Hi, welcome back to this episode of live stream. Now, this live stream is brought to you by Asia Home Services, MM2H in Berhad. Now, today I'm going to share with you the similarity and the differences between MM2H and Sabah MM2H. Okay, now I have seen the the questions from one of the viewer regarding Sarawak MM2H. Okay, no worry about that. When possible, I will also explain to you some of the basic of Sarawak MM2H, or more commonly, it is called SMM2H. Okay, now if you are watching live and if you have any questions, write it to me now so that I can explain to you further. Or if you are watching a replay, write down your comments down below and I will try to answer your questions as well. Okay, now before I start, look at the descriptions below. Now there are more informations including the newly set up website by me. Okay, you can find all the informations in the website. I'm sure it is one of the most complete website. You can find your answer there, including the questions just posed on the screens. All right. Now, let me check. Now, let me show you the website that I have created last week. Okay, and we'll start right now. Now, this website is mm2hvisa.net. Okay, it's not .com. Now, this is the main page. Okay, you'll be able to see. Now, you can browse around the website. Now, let's get back to the questions from one of the viewer regarding Sarawak. Okay, you can just choose Sarawak. Here it is, all the informations and the major difference. Okay, the major difference is here. Okay, you can see, take notes. Now, the questions by the viewer is already answered in my website. All right, now let me know where are you watching the live streams from, or if you are watching a replay, just tell me if you are watching from North America or you are watching from the European countries or Singapore. All right, Hong Kong, China, Macau, Japan, Korea, Singapore, Australia. Okay, let me know where are you watching the live streams from or replay. Now, to start today's live streams, right? Let us look at some of the similarity and also the differences. Now, before that, I can show you one of the, now I have, this is in the website, okay? You can take a look at that. Now, this is already, I put it MM2H Silver and Sabah Silver, MM2H Gold, Sabah Gold, MM2H Platinum programs, Sabah Platinum program. Now, this is a summary of all the differences. Now, let us come back to the website. Now, first of all, like what I said, first of all, go to let me go to Sabah, right? Now, for Sabah, before that, let's click this the official's website from the Sabah government. Okay, you may find all the information here. Okay, Sabah mm2h.sabahtourism.com. Now, look at the terms and conditions here, and let's pick English and silver. We start with the silver categories. Now, let's take a look at this. Now, who can apply? Okay. Now, if you look at who can apply, okay, you will see the differences. Okay. Before that, let me put this on. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Let me get this. Okay. Now, all right. Now, look at who can apply. Now, it is open to individuals from countries that have diplomatic relations with Malaysia except Israel, Nigeria, and Bangladesh. Now, we know Nigeria and Bangladesh, even though they have a diplomatic relation with Malaysia, but for Sabah MM2H, they are not allowed to apply. Okay, it is very written. Now, this is the one of the major difference for the MM2H, the Peninsular or the Federal MM2H, where at the moment only Israel and also the North Koreans, where we do not have a diplomatic relationship with them. So, but for Sabah, it will include Nigeria and Bangladesh. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, now before that, remember, if you have any questions, write to me and subscribe and click like. Now let's continue. Okay, processing fees. This is for the silver category. Okay, silver category. Now processing fees are 3,000 ringgit for every application, non-refundable, and 1,500 ringgit for subsequent renewal. Medical insurance, yes, this is the same as the MM2H. Now minimum length of stay, now 30 days per year in Sabah. Okay, 30 days in Sabah. Now, very important. Let me go back to this. Talking about 30 days. Now, minimum stay. This is the one. Number 8, minimum stay. Now, for the federal MM2H or the Peninsular or West Malaysia MM2H. Okay. Now, you must differentiate between the, when I say MM2H, I refer to the federal or the Peninsular, or sometimes we also call West Malaysia MM2H. Okay. That is cover from Penang to JB. Okay. This is the federal MM2H. Now, look at that. It is a 90 days per year. Okay. Now, but this 90 days per year can be shared and accumulative among all the family's members. Okay, very important, amongst all the family members. Now, but for Sabah, now even though it is 30 days, right? Now, your children is not counted towards the day they spend in Sabah. It's only spouse. Only you and your spouse. Now, this is one of the major difference. So, take note of that. Now let's continue with others. Okay. Now, and proof of income. Now, we know that for Sabah, single applicants. Now, right, you must prove that you have a minimum of 10,000 per month. Okay, now applicant with dependents, you have to prove that you have a 15,000 per month for your income. And this is different from the federal or the West Malaysia MM2H, where this requirement is not needed. Okay, it is not one of the requirement, but Sabah, yes. Now let's continue. Sabah MM2H pass. Now very similar. It is a 5 plus 5 is a 10 years for silver, Sabah silver, 10 years, 5 plus 5. But for the West Malaysia, it is a 5-year renewable. So it doesn't make much difference between these two. Now let's change of principle. Okay, in the event of death, the principle can be changed, all right, to the spouse until the end of 10 years terms. This is for silver. Now, age requirements. Okay, 25 years old. Right, this is the same as the federal, the West Malaysia MM2H. And then let's look at the dependents. Now, there's some minor differences for the dependents. Now, look at that. Spouse, parents, parents-in-law, children. Now, okay, these dependents are the same as MM2H, but the age of children. Now, look at that, the age of children. Now, in federal, in West Malaysia MM2H, Okay, now the children, it could be up to below 35 years old. Okay, below 35 years old. But in Sabah, it is only 21 years old or still a full-time student without any form of employment. Okay, now let me know where do you watch the live stream from, or if you are watching replay, please click like and subscribe. Okay, I have some problem with the connections. I can't project the. Let me check my computer and come back to you. Oops. There's some connections issue. Okay, I can't show you the. Maybe let me check the connections. Does it? No, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, just 1 minute. There's some connections issue with the iMac. Let me check that. Oops, I don't think I can reconnect the okay, maybe I can just do it this way. Okay, dependence. Now the financial requirements. Now look at that. The for the Sabah MM2H silver categories, okay, is 500,000 ringgit. Okay, this is ringgit 500,000. FD placed in any Sabah panels bank. Now talking about the panel banks in West Malaysia for the federal MM2H. Now there is no panels bank. Okay, you can put your FD in any banks in West Malaysia. Okay, as long as it is an official and a registered bank in in Peninsular. Now that is good enough. There's no panels bank. Okay, and the other differences is that withdrawal, the FD withdrawal. Okay, it is the 50% is allowed to withdraw after 1 year. Okay, now this is very different. Now in Peninsular, in the West Malaysia MM2H, okay, you can withdraw as soon as you have made a purchase. Okay, once you have signed your sales and purchase agreement to buy property, and you have made payment and you have the official receipts. Okay, now you don't have to wait for 1 year. Okay, you can apply for withdrawal of your FD immediately. But for Sabah, it will be after 1 year. Now this is one of the thing that you have to take note. And the medical check, okay, now it is required. There's no issue. Now careers opportunity is not allowed. Okay, you are not allowed. The relevant pass must be requested. Okay, now purchase of residence. Now another major differences. Look at this. All applicants must purchase and own a high-rise property. Now the key word is high-rise property. Now we know that in Peninsular or West Malaysia or the federal MM2H, right? Now there's no restrictions whether it is a landed property or either it is a high-rise property. There's no restrictions. But for Sabah, okay, for the silver category. Now I'm talking about the silver category. All applicants must purchase and own a high-rise property. Now the keyword is high-rise. Okay, you can't buy landed, but from the Sabah officials website, and the minimum purchase price 600,000. All right, 600,000. Now from this website, you will also see existing MM2H holder. Now this is the very important, note. MM2H pass will indicate Sabah only. Okay. All existing holder of MM2H Sabah in Sabah to only reside in Sabah. Okay, only reside in Sabah. You must take note of this very different criteria. Sabah MM2H can only reside in Sabah. Renewal will be approved based on previous criteria. Okay, now this is for the silver category. Okay, you can take note of this. Oops, maybe I can just okay, Sabah. This is for the silver category. Now, what about the gold category? Now, let it select gold. Okay, now you can also see select gold, and again, who can apply? It will be the same. Okay, all countries with a diplomatic relationship with Malaysia except Israel, Nigeria, Bangladesh. Now, processing fees 3,000, same. Insurance require minimum length of stay 30 days, same. Same as silver. Career, no. Purchase of resident, now. This is very interesting. Look at this. For the gold category, okay, gold category, all applicants must purchase and own a resident in Sabah after obtaining the approval as Sabah MM2H participant with minimum purchase of 1 million ringgit. Okay, now this 1 million ringgit for gold, now it is the same as the federal MM2H, okay, the Peninsular MM2H, 1 million. And then, but in here, purchase of residence for the gold category, it doesn't mention you must buy high-rise building. So I guess high-rise or landed, it is allowed. Now, okay, now this is no problems with that. Okay, now for you, just to remind everyone, now this is a gold category from Sabah. You can also see the background pictures, photos of a reflector. This is only available in Borneo or specifically in Sabah. Now, dependents, okay, same, below 21 years old or still a full-time student without any form of employment. And then financial requirements. Now, talking about financial requirement now, if you look at these terms and conditions for gold, it doesn't mention you will have to prove your monthly income, okay? Now, but for the silver category, you have to prove that you have a monthly income of 10,000, a minimum of 10,000 if you are the singles applicants. If you bring your dependents along, you will have to prove that you have a minimum of 15,000 ringgit monthly income. But for gold, for the gold program, right, it doesn't mention anything for that. So it's only financial requirements, okay, 500,000 ringgit deposit. Now, comparing 500,000, now for the federal MM2H, you'll see for the gold, it is what 500,000 US dollar. Now, let's continue, okay. Again, this is a 15-year, okay, 15-year for gold. Now, this is the same as the federal MM2H, change of principal, okay. Now, existing holder, the same thing. For the gold program, you must take note, Sabah MM2H can only reside in Sabah. Now, I forget to tell everyone, now this is another very important notice, additional info. Now look at this additional info. Sabah MM2H can only reside in Sabah, okay? Traveling to Peninsular state. Now this is something that you must remember, okay? Traveling to Peninsular state, which include, of course, KL, Johor, Malacca, Penang, all the Peninsular states will need approval from immigrations. Now, this means traveling, if you are applying Sabah MM2H, you can't simply travel to Peninsular without any applications. You must apply to the immigration Sabah and get approval before you travel to Peninsular Malaysia. This is one of the very important note. And if you look at my website now, just now let me show you this. Now let me go back to this. Oops, I'm sorry. Let me show you in this. Okay, look at my website MM2H visa.net. Okay, now I have put all the major important notes on top of this page. Okay, now if you look at the orangutans, it represents Sabah. Okay, now Sabah MM2H can only reside in Sabah. Traveling to Peninsular will need approval. Okay, this is something that you can watch out from my website. Now let's go back to okay, let's see the platinum, the Sabah platinum programs. Okay, now before I continue, let me answer some of the questions. Can you explain pro and cons of Sarawak MM2H? Now, for Sarawak, okay, now if you come to the if you go to my website, okay, here mm2hvisa.net. Now, just pick the Sarawak MM2H. Right now, I have put a important notice on top of this website. Okay, you must travel twice to Sarawak. Okay, one during applications. Now you apply, you need to travel to Sarawak to apply, because you need to open a bank account. You need to go through the physical medical examinations. Now everything must be done in Sarawak. So during the applications process, you have to travel there, and once it is approved, you have to travel to Sarawak again. So you have to travel twice to complete the whole process. And you must buy insurance, medical checkup, and keep your money in the bank in Sarawak even before you lodge your applications. Now this is for Sarawak. Now, and then after 10 years, the programs will end. Okay, after 10 years, the program ends. If you wish to continue, you will have to reapply Sarawak MM2H, or sometimes you call it SMM2H. You have to reapply all over again. Okay, there's no automatic renewal. After 10 years, this program ends. All right, and you have to start all over the process again, and you have to submit with all the documents again after 10 years. So it's a 10 years period. After that, you end. Now compared to the federal, okay, the MM2H, where 5 years is renewable as long as you do not commit any crimes, you do not break any rules, and you will get your renewal. All right. May I know where FRZJ5TN come from, or where did you watching the live streams from? Whether you are watching from direct from Malaysia or from other countries, please let me know. And okay, let me continue with the every time I have to do this. The Platinums programs, okay? Sabah Platinums programs. Now, who can apply? Now, this is very similar, it's the same. Now, processing fees now, 200,000 ringgit. Okay, now this is the same as the federal MM2H, 200,000. Okay, non-refundable. And oops. And let's go to a medical insurance. The same thing, minimum length of stay, 30 days. Yes. Now we have just said, I've just explained that this 30 days, it is only for spouse and you, and the principal applicant and your spouse. Okay, only two of you will be counted for the 30 days. All right. Unlike the federal MM2H, where the whole family members, okay, including your children, your parents, everything. Your stay in Malaysia will be counted towards the 90 days, but in Sabah it will be different. Okay, now career and opportunity. Now, okay, career opportunity. Now this is okay, permissible. Now after that, I will give you a chart so that you can take a look at the chart and it will explain in summary. Now purchase of residence now. Okay, RM 2 million ringgit for the Platinum's category, Sabah MM2H. Now this is the same as the Peninsular. And if we read the sentence, all applicants must purchase and own a residence in Sabah after obtaining approval. Now, again, it doesn't say whether only high-rise buildings is allowed or you can buy high-rise and landed. Okay, it is not mentioned. So you can buy landed as well. Now, okay, I'm watching from Dubai. Okay, yeah, from Dubai. So, how are you from Dubai? All right. Now, let us continue with Sabah MM2H, the Platinum category. Okay, now, again, the age requirements, dependents, all right, it will be the same. Now, financial requirement, US dollar 1 million. Now, this is exactly the same as the federal MM2H, 1 million US dollar. Okay, maximum withdrawal 50% after 1 year. Very important, it is after 1 year. And then Sabah MM2H pass. This is for a 20 years program. Okay, 20 years, the same as the federal MM2H. Change of principal. Okay, now when we come to this, the additional offer, additional info, please read the additional info. This is critically important information. Okay, selling of your property is not allowed for 10 years. And that means you have to hold the property for 10 years. However, the house can be sold after 5 years with a new purchase of a value equivalent to the minimum as specified above or higher. Right. Let me come back to this. Remember, now let me go back to home. Right now, this is one of the website that show you everything. If you can't find the answer, okay, just send your message to me. Okay, you can fill in the form, send your message to me. And you will see this website, mm2hvisa.net, all right, from home. And then you can see the MM2H Malaysia in brief, general requirement, all right, from the all three categories. The fee structures, yes, the fee structures, very important. And you can also take a look at this, how to apply and what documents, okay, what should you do before applications and upon approval, everything, all right? And if you wish to get quotations, okay, now visa, other than MM2H, we do have PVIP, Sarawak, Sabah, and also the comparisons, right? This is what I say just now, okay? You will see the comparisons between the federal, the Peninsular, or the West Malaysia MM2H and the Sabah. Okay, I put it side by side. Now, look at that. Minimum age, 25 years old. And then for the gold, same thing. All right, this is very similar. And FD, okay, fixed deposit. Now, for the Peninsular, it is 150,000 US dollar. Now, this is roughly at this point, it will be roughly 630,000 ringgit. Okay, compared to 500 for the Sabah, and 1 million US dollar for the gold. Oops, no, this is wrong. This should be 500,000. This is 1 million. Okay, and then FD withdrawal. Okay, now this is immediate. All right, now, but for Sabah, it is after 1 year, immediate versus 1 year, and then the program durations. All right, program durations. You see 5 years renewable. This is 5 plus 5 year renewable. I do not really understand what is 5 plus 5 renewable and what is 5 years renewable. And 1 million, the same thing. You can check on this property type. Now, for the federal, you can see landed or condo, but this is condo only for silver, landed and condo, landed and condo. Minimum stay, 90 days, 30 days. Okay, everything you can check here. Okay, I will change this. This is something wrong with this. All right, I will make some changes on here. So, if you have any questions, write to me now, or you can also write your comment down below, and so I will reply you when I read your comments. All right, maybe I'll wait for the time now is 1:32 p.m. and today is November 30th in Kuala Lumpur. Today is Sunday, 1:32 p.m. All right, remember, subscribe and click like. And if you have any questions, you can always check on the website. All right, check on the website mm2hvisa.net, and you can find me. You can leave your message with me, or if you have any suggestions to improve the website, just let me know. I will include whatever possible into the website. This is by far, I guess, the most complete website. All right. Okay, maybe I'll see you next week. All right? Okay, bye from KL.